Okay. Hello out there in Instagram world and YouTube world. So I'm in two places. I'm on Instagram at the_Renaissance_Amazon_81. And I'm on YouTube, the Renaissance Amazon. I hope you all doing well. Welcome. This is Makeda Valletta, in case you don't know who I am. I should have done this video. Maybe I should have done this video on my other YouTube page, The Body Scientist 81, because if you're not familiar, I have two pages. And on the Renaissance Amazon page, I tend to talk more about social issues, sexuality, like dance and arts and stuff like that. And on the Body Scientist 81, I speak more about health and fitness, nerdy stuff, which you should follow, because a lot of people, they don't have attention span. So I did this video on this page because more people listen. And it's an important message, right? So those of you who follow me, you know that I'm a fitness trainer. I'm an exercise physiologist. I am a sports scientist. I'm a sports nutritionist, right? I study the body. I study the body at its highest levels. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. And so what a strength and conditioning coach is not just a personal trainer. Personal trainer is below a strength and conditioning coach. Personal trainer just deals with general fitness. A strength and conditioning coach, we actually read research, because there are people, the National Strength and Conditioning Association publishes this stuff, but there are people who research the most effective exercises. Bodybuilding and general fitness is like, oh, I want to work out because I don't like this fat on my arm. I want to work out because I don't want my love handles. That's what general fitness and personal training is about. Strength and conditioning coaches, it's about what is the most effective exercise to prevent this person from getting hamstring tears. What is the most effective exercises to prevent ACL injuries? What are the most effective exercises for recovering from ACL injury? What are the most effective exercises for increasing, like somebody needs to come out the blocks with more power? So what are the most effective exercises for that? This person needs to be able to jump higher. They need to run faster. You can't do that without loading yourself. You cannot do that without putting weight on you. And so we look at, what are the most, because there's a bunch of exercises that you can do for your legs, a bunch of you can do for your shoulders, but all of them don't transfer into performance. So that's what a strength and conditioning coach does. So because that's my background and my training, I approach everything. When I even the things I do in my life, like you might have seen me, if you follow me in the Body Scientist 81, talk about why I ice skate, which I'm going to do when I'm done with these videos, why ice skating is such a good workout. When I pole, I think, what is the functional purpose of pole dancing? Well, now I can pull myself up. I never know. You never know when you might be dangling for your life, and to save your own life, you have to pull yourself up. So to me, being able to pull myself up is a survival skill, right? So there are exercises that you can do that can break you down, and there's exercises that you can do that can build you up. So all exercise is not good exercise. So I analyze exercises in that way. Techniques, I'm a stickler for technique. If you follow me on Instagram at the Body Scientist, you will see that I analyze people's technique. I post people working out crazy in the gym because that's all I see. And that's important. A lot of people, even a lot of dudes who got big muscles and go to the gym all the time, be working out wrong as fuck. If they have not injured their shoulders and their spine yet, it's only a matter of time. And lifting weights is not a contact sport. So you should never, ever, ever get injured lifting weights. If you do, you're definitely doing something wrong, period. Okay. So, and who wants to have a spinal injury or shoulder? That shit is like forever nagging. That makes you just, not good. So getting to the point of this video. And this video is something I think about a lot as a trainer, and it really irritates me. When I got into this field, I wanted to work with athletes. I didn't want to work with regular people, even though most of my clients have been regular people. But no offense, regular people can bore me because regular people are sold the lies of the fitness industry, right? So regular people think that they, just by doing a little something, just by working out for 2 months, they could look like Serena Williams. People that ain't done shit ever. They never done shit their whole life. They haven't done shit in the past 10 years. And now they come with floppy body thinking, oh, I've been working out for 1 month, and I've been working out for 2 months. I've been working out for 3 months. I don't see a difference. I feel, because you know what? Consistency is motherfucking key. Consistency, okay? It drives me crazy that people think they can achieve this dream body in a month or two. No, no. And another thing is, once you have set, like if you do what you're supposed to do as a kid, because when you're a kid, that's when you're supposed to be the skinniest, okay? If you are not a skinny kid, most kids are really, really skinny, and like you look back at yourself, you're like, damn, I was so skinny, I look, it's crazy. You're supposed to gain weight as you get older, right? But so if you weren't skinny as a kid, then you already have a harder battle with, like, you know, trying to get that off. I mean, if you're a little husky, it's one thing. But when people have they're obese when they're a kid, that's like you're setting yourself up to have to work hard. It's not impossible, but you have to work hard. And in that case, you definitely can't think that you can slack. Like if you work really hard and you reach your goals, you have to keep doing that shit, or you can relapse right back to the overweight, obese person that you were before. Okay. Remember that skeleton remember that body you had when you were like 17, 18. Like if I don't work out, like, you know, and it's the older I get, the more I work out. The older I get, the more obsessed I get with it, because I want to still look like that. I want to look better than this in 10 years. Okay. People that saw me 10 plus years ago, they say I look better now. Well, I'm trying to get better in 10 plus years. I ain't trying to go downhill. 10 years from now, mark my word, I will look better and I will be stronger than I am now, you know? And so that's always, so I'm really focused on holding my shit together. And so the older you get, the older you get, the longer your recovery time is. Let me see what people are saying. Okay. So the older you get, the longer your recovery time is. So you hear like older people talk about they tried to play basketball with some young teenagers and it killed them, or it took them so long to recover. So yes, the older you get, the longer your recovery time is. But that recovery time can be shortened. No. Sorry. Somebody just called me. I should have damn put my phone on don't disturb. I don't know who that was. But the more you work out as you get older, that long recovery time can be shortened. So if like you're 40 years old and you've been working out hard, you know, your recovery time will be a little bit longer than somebody who's 18, but it doesn't have to be that much if you've been consistent for all that time. But if you're 40 years old and you ain't been doing shit for the past 10 years or 20 years, then yeah, your recovery time is going to be fucking long. And see, to me, I don't want that to happen. Like, I don't want to feel old and lethargic and like shit don't work. I don't want to feel like that. So the older I get, the more I'm like obsessed. Then I also don't want to lose weight. You know, a lot of people have like body image issues, and I used to think I didn't have that problem. And then as a trainer, I really realized it, because there was a lot of people I would work with people who they would describe themselves to me as if they were so out of shape and so horrible. And then I would see them and they were in way better shape than I thought. I'm not just talking about the look, but I mean even their strength and their abilities. So the way they described themselves was not accurate. And there's other people who also, you know, like some people, just like people can be just looking on the outside. I've seen as a trainer, a lot of people are just really tripping. And I feel like they kind of have like, and on the one hand, you can say that they might have like they might see themselves in a distorted way, but on another hand, people also want and like what they like, you know? And so I know that for me, and you can't blame anybody for that. So I know for me, I don't want to be skinny. Like I have a skinny complex, right? I don't want to lose weight. Like if I go and I find out, like I like every scale that tells me I'm heavier. Okay. If this scale says I'm 143 and that scale says I'm 146, I'm like, I'm hoping that 146 scale is correct. Every time I get on the scale, I'm hoping to see more weight. So if I sit around and do absolutely nothing, I will lose weight. Because like if you don't use it, you lose it. Like if you're naturally thin, you know, when I work out, I gain muscle, you know. When I don't work out, I lose muscle. So then I lose weight, you know. For somebody who has a lot of body fat, they don't work out, they lose muscle too, and then they get fatter because muscle is a metabolic tissue of the body. And so then you have this fat, you don't have enough muscle, you just start getting fatter and fatter. But somebody who is naturally thin, you lose muscle, you start getting skinnier and skinnier, right? And so I don't want that, you know. I'm not trying to lose my ass, I'm not trying to deny that. So you got to have consistency, right? And so the real purpose of this video, because I feel like I've like kind of gone off, but it's all related. The real purpose of this video is the fact that I was just on Instagram, and there is a page that had posted something about dance classes, right? It posted something about all levels dance classes and how it was like a comment that was saying something about like if you're in an all levels dance class, but the class is moving too fast, like how does that make you feel when it's supposed to be all levels? And it was kind of being sarcastic and saying that like if it's an all levels dance class, you as a beginner shouldn't feel like you're lost, right? And I totally disagree with that. Now, and I'm gonna explain something. I'm a critic, okay? So for those of you who know me, you know I'm a critic. I critique things. I'm not on anybody's bandwagon. I'm not on anybody's team. Nobody can pay me to say some shit, or I don't want to say it because I don't want to offend those people. That's why, as a fitness professional, I stay in my own lane, in my own thing. I don't work for anybody because it's like I don't want to have to go along with some bullshit because I don't want to offend my employer or my coworker, and I know it's nonsense, right? So the thing about with teaching, because I'm a teacher, but I'm also a student, and I have the background in academia and the qualifications to judge people, right? And a lot of instructors and personal trainers don't have a background in sports science, right? They just went and studied the stuff and took a little exam. So their level of knowledge is not even on, as in depth as somebody who has a degree in sports science. So I am qualified to critique. And as a teacher, and I always study good teachers, and I always point out good teachers. Now, the thing about dance, there are dance teachers who are not good dance teachers, and the way that they explain things and teach it is not very, it's not, they don't teach it in a way that people can comprehend well. But even when a teacher is superb, because I will tell you, the best dance teacher that I've ever taken class with out of all the dance styles I've ever studied is a Haitian dance teacher in New York City named Peniel Guerrier. And I talk a lot about Haitian dance. I do all kinds of dance, all kinds of black dance in particular. But Haitian dance has Haiti and the Congo, but Haiti probably like number one, has taught me. I've learned so much from studying Haitian dance. I've learned so much from studying dances of the diaspora, but Haiti, teacher number one. Okay, so Haitian dance, Haitian folkloric dance. I'm not talking about compa, which is like a social dance, which is more simple. I'm talking about the Haitian voodoo dances, the folkloric dances, which most of you probably don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of my Haitian friends don't know what I'm talking about, which is very unfortunate because there's so much medicine and wisdom in those dances. And it's hard to even find it on YouTube because like the videos on YouTube don't do it any justice. It's with filming dance, even my own dance videos, like I be dancing way harder than it looks in the videos. Like the camera slows down my movements. It takes out the movements in between the movements. Like if anybody saw me dance in person, it would look a lot different than what you're seeing in the video. It really blunts it a lot. And every time I have been at a live performance, like I've seen Avenelli or any dance performance I've ever seen, whenever I've seen, like I might have been sitting right there and then I see a video of it later, the video doesn't even begin to do it any justice, okay? Like, so that's a whole other thing. So it's hard for you to find what I'm talking about, but you can try. So the Haitian folkloric dances, it requires you to have consciousness in multiple parts of your body, your feet, the footwork, which is one thing that defines black dance is footwork. Whether it's Chicago step, whether it is salsa, whether it is samba from Brazil, whether it's Lindy Hop from Harlem, rumba from Cuba. I mean, the footwork defines black dance, okay? And so you have a lot of footwork. You have in the hips in Haiti, the hips and the pelvis is constantly activated in different ways. It could be pulsing this way forward. It could be pulsing back. It could be going from side to side. It could be circling. All kinds of different movements happen in Haitian folkloric dance at the hips. Very complex movements. Then the shoulders. Haitian dance has a lot of shoulder work. Like the shoulders could be doing this. They could be doing this. They could be doing that. This. You're doing this with your shoulders, right? And your hips are doing a different movement. I'm sitting down right now, right? But there's a lot of shoulder movement in Haitian dance, and then the head, right? The head becomes activated. The head could be looking the head. So you have the head is doing one thing, the shoulders, the hips, the feet. Then on top of that, you can also layer in backs, like things flowing through the back, right? The arms doing different movements, all at the same time. So when you do Haitian folkloric dance or Afro-diasporic dance in general, but especially that, your consciousness is in multiple parts at once, because it's not like belly dance where it's like, oh, let me isolate my belly and then let me do my shimmies. No, it's all of it at once. Okay, and so, and those of you who are out there in cyber world who've seen me dance, you haven't seen me dance. Okay, like you have. Maybe one day I can actually do get some real footage of me dancing for real and all the different styles of dance I do, because I can't do that in here. Need the drums and all that. So the thing is about it, also with Afro-diasporic dance comes the live drums. It comes with, you have to have a knowledge of music and how to listen to it, okay? How to understand it, because the dancer embodies that through them. There's nothing that irritates my eyes more is when I see people, and it's not just white people, but some people just cannot get with the damn rhythm. Like, okay, this shit is hard, but some people, it's like, okay, you need to calm down. Like, you're just doing too much. Their body's all jerky. Like, I can't even irritate that shit. It just makes me want to say, stop. Just stop. That's why it's hard for me to be a dance teacher, because sometimes with people, I just be like, you just stop. It's just like, I just want to fix it, right? Now, it's an art. It's an art to teaching dance. I'm a fitness professional. I'm a dancer. I'm not necessarily a dance teacher. Teaching dance is a different art. But the thing is that this particular Haitian dance teacher I know, who teaches, not only is Haitian dance complex, but the choreography he comes up with is complex. A lot of dancers and dance choreographers, like if you do something on one side, you do it on the other side. He is totally asymmetrical. Like you do one thing on the right side, you're stepping it out and your arm is doing this. Left side, your leg is going back and your arm is going up. Like it's totally asymmetrical. But the way that he teaches it, the way that he breaks it down, he's beyond, if you're ever in New York, go to his class, that's all I'm gonna say. But he's beyond brilliant with the way that he breaks down these highly complex moves. And I have never seen any teacher teach the way he does. And he does it without speaking. Okay, and so, he's very clear. And so these dancers are complex. I've been studying with him since 2006. I've been studying Haitian dance since 2006. I've studied with other teachers. I have danced with, companies. But still, I can go to a Haitian dance class today and struggle, okay? And when I go to, and because people know me, if I go to the Bay Area also has a plethora of Haitian dance and Afro-diasporic dance. I keep going back from being hot and cold. If I go to the Bay Area right now, to my favorite dance teacher in the Bay, Portia. If you're in the Bay Area, check her out. She's in San Francisco. She's in Oakland. She's dope as fuck. If I go to her class, she knows me. The drummers know me. They expect me a lot of times to be good, like because they're like, "Oh, you're Haitian." So if I go to my class in New York, I can't slack. If I get a little tired or I just mess up a little bit, my teacher is always yelling my name, and it doesn't matter if I haven't been there for a year. He's like, "Makeda, always yelling at me, and I'm like, "Dude, there's other people in this class that are horrible. Like, talk to them, no, me, right?" Okay, so I'm saying this to say that no matter how long you do this, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in Haitian dance. I know a lot, but there's a lot of shit I don't know still, There's a lot of things that I can't do still. And there are people that I've seen going to his class since 2006 who had 2 left feet in 2006 and were a hot mess. And in 2019, they're still there and they're still a hot mess, but they're trying. And so the point that I'm trying to make about like dance classes is like, no matter how good, oh God. Okay. No matter how good a teacher is, there's still going to be people in that room. There's still people in that room who just don't get it. This is the reason why I became a one-on-one trainer, because when I was in group fitness, I started off as a group fitness instructor, and it drove me crazy that I would be in a classroom and I'm doing a movement and I'm telling everybody, okay, sit up straight, shoulders back. Now we're going to the right. And I look in the mirror, I'm looking at people and they're not holding themselves up, they're all slunched over and they're going backwards. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I said to the right. And I said, up, hold yourself up, not like this. You can't see like this different. I take them, I touch their body, I put them into the position. Now I push you into the right position. You can see in the mirrors, but still, you're doing this and you're going backwards. And that was so irritating to me that I was like, some people need one-on-one attention. Some people need it all day. Some people need it for several days. Some people need it for several years before they'll get it. So if a person like that comes into an all levels dance class, okay, then you might feel like you're left behind. But what is the class supposed to do? Is everybody supposed to stay at your level forever because you can't get it? No. The purpose is not to baby people. It annoys me because people want to be babied too much. And this is the reason why playing sports and dancing are both important. Because playing sports and taking dance classes, not aerobics, okay? Not aerobics, dance classes. I'm not with the aerobics shit. I think it's also a baby. You take a dance class, okay? And it works more of your mind and your body. You have to develop a mind-body connection. When you see somebody who's a great dancer, like you can come into an Afro-Cuban dance class. Afro-Cuban dance is also highly complex. So you can go into an Afro-Cuban dance class. Afro-Brazilian samba is complex as fuck too. And the footwork on samba can get really fast. So you can go into that class and see people who are amazing. But those people who are amazing have been doing it for years. So people will come into a class day one and be totally feeling totally intimidated because they weren't perfect, because they were struggling. And I hate that. I'm like, look, the point is to keep bringing your ass back to class and keep working at it. Consistency is key. You're not going to be great the first day. You have to get that shit out of your head. And you cannot let that deter you from coming back. And one of the issues, too, that I find with this, especially with Black people, right? Because white people, they have less shame. Like, yeah, no offense to anybody out there, but this is just the truth. Because even myself, I'm kind of shy. Like, you guys may not believe that out there, but if anybody who's been around me knows I'm kind of shy. I'm not the kind of person that will just jump into the middle of a circle and start dancing. I'm actually very shy about that. So when I study Afro-Puerto Rican bomba, which traditionally in bomba, people get in the middle of the circle and they battle the drummer. The dancer gets in the middle and everybody's looking at them. I hate doing that shit. I never do it. Only time I do that is when somebody literally grabs my arm and pulls me into the middle and I have no choice. I am way too shy for that. I don't like being the center of attention like people might think. But white people, though, you know, they have no shame. Like, it doesn't matter where you are. I don't care what American city you're in. I don't care if you're in Jamaica. I don't care if you're in Haiti. I don't care if you're in... It doesn't matter. White people, they hear that, the drumming and the music, they feel it so much. They be all over the place, hitting people and shit. And I am the person that will elbow you in the throat if you hit me when you're dancing. Because another part of dance, and I will elbow you in the throat when I do. Because I'm like, pay attention to what you're doing. Part of dancing is being aware of your surroundings, okay? You have to have, dancers have a consciousness on the back of their body, the front of their body, the sides of their body. We see with our peripheral vision. When you see dancers who get in formation, right? They can't look and say, oh, okay, we're all on the line now? Okay, no, they don't do that. You have to be able to sense and get your ass in the formations, right? So, and not stepping on people's feet. You can go into a really crowded salsa place and you have men spinning, girls doing shit. Nobody's stepping on each other's feet. It's about awareness. And so I can't stand it. And it's always white people that do this shit. I mean, sometimes Black people do it too, but it's mostly white people. That they just have no regard for people around them. And I don't care if you're drunk. I don't give a fuck if you're drunk. That does not give you the right to just be throwing yourself all over the place, knocking people, stepping on them, violating their space. I'm going to elbow you in the throat straight up. And my elbows are sharp. They're sharp. You don't want that. So I don't like that at all. Now, the thing about dance helps you to increase your mind-body connection. Even when I make my booty cheeks pop, that shit took time. It's not easy. I'm still not, like, there's girls that can do that shit and their face looks normal. Like, when I do it, it shows up in my face because it's not easy to do that. And it's like the more you practice, the more it becomes second nature, right? So it's like anything, you have to keep doing it. Now, the mind-body connection is important because a lot of people, they have more connection to their damn car. They know more about their car than their own body, and they're so disconnected. As a trainer, a lot of what I do is to get people to connect to their body. Most people's body is here and their mind is over here, totally disconnected. Dance, to me, there's no better tool than dance to strengthen your mind-body connection. No better tool, right? Okay, so you have that as one of the benefits of dance. You have, especially when you're doing dances of the African diaspora in particular, you increase your consciousness in multiple parts of your body. Can you have a consciousness in multiple parts of your body? Like there's this complicated movement. See, I don't have my music. One of my favorite dances is a serpent dance from Haiti called Yambalu, right? And when I do it, it might look simple to you, but it's actually kind of difficult. And a lot of people have a hard time getting it, right? But this movement, like if I'm doing this, I'm doing that, right? So my hips are constantly going like this. Not, which a lot of people do. People start doing this. That's a different movement. You see, but this, my butt is, it's like my butt is licking the wall or something. That is different than that. You see? Then, when I add my shoulders, right? When I add my shoulders, which is very hard for people. So now, I don't know if you see, okay. So now, if I'm here, it's my shoulders, my hips, my arms, all of it. Here, 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 okay? So, with that being said, I notice when I teach this to people, they have a hard enough time getting the hips. Then when they finally kind of get it, and I add the shoulders, it all falls apart. I'm always telling them, the way I explain it, my consciousness is in my hips first. So the movement starts in my hips, doing that first. And then my shoulders follow, right? You also have Congolese movements where your shoulders are doing this. Your shoulders back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Like this. And then go the other way. This way and this way, right? You're doing that. You start adding layers. So you have to have that consciousness. My consciousness is here, it's here. So that's another benefit of Afro-diasporic dance. And just with your mind, right? Like learning new languages. It helps you not to get Alzheimer's and go brain dead as you get older, okay? If you want to keep your mind sharp, your mind tells your body what to do. And the mind and body are connected. So if you want to keep your mind sharp, challenge your body too. Challenge your body. That's why I'm like, okay, I do all these different Afro-diasporic dances. I'm going to Colombia next week. I'm going to be studying Afro-Colombian shit because Colombia is rich with black dance that people don't even know about. Then I got pole dance. Okay, that's a whole nother challenge for me. Pole dancing was completely different than anything I ever did. Now let me go ice skating. Completely different, right? All those things challenge my brain. When I lift weights, I'm also focused on my technique, right? So you have to, like challenging your body also challenges your mind. So I'm saying all that to say that that post that was written, and I'm going to say too, and this is no offense to anybody, but this is just facts, right? White people and black people don't approach dance and teaching dance the same way. As a pole instructor, right? This is my last little note, and I'm going to end this. I started teaching pole dance in 2014, and I've been in pole studios all over the country. Now, pole is good because the pole world has created a way to teach these very complex movements in a way that makes sense to people, that they can get it and progress without breaking their damn neck. They give you confidence, you know, but it's like you break it down into baby steps. I started noticing when I was working in Harlem, because I worked at a studio in Brooklyn, which was mixed group of people. It was mixed, black, Hispanic, white, Asian, mixed group of people. Then I worked at a studio in Harlem, and all the girls that came to the studio in Harlem were black and Hispanic. When I say Hispanic, I mean Dominican, Puerto Rican, Afro-American, right? Or somewhere other kind of diaspora, colored, black, Afro-Indigenous people in Harlem and the Bronx. And then when I moved to Chicago, and I also taught at the studio here, and we were doing a lot of pole parties and stuff. And the thing that, because pole parties are when girls are getting married, or it's their birthday and they want to turn up with their friends, which is another whole conversation. But they want to get loose, and so you as the instructor, you know, you show them some sexy, fun routine. But what I noticed in Harlem and in Chicago was that there are so many black women, even women who were somebody's grandmother, who would walk right into that pole studio and just jump up on the pole and do some shit that's considered to be advanced. They would do something that if you actually came to a pole class, nobody would teach you on the first day. Nobody would expect you to be able to do that on the first day. They would probably think that you couldn't do it on the first day based on how we teach pole. But I started noticing black girls, like, and I had to teach different. I started noticing when I teach black women, I can't teach black women how I teach white women. Black girls walk in that room, they want to twerk, turn up. They already know how to twerk a lot of times. It's just natural, it's in them. Like, you know, they come in there, I don't know if they've been watching black strippers, but they know what they want to do, and a lot of them just attack the pole. And even if you look at how black strippers are, the way black strippers, black girls climb the pole, flip upside down, everything. It's more of an attack, power thing. But in the pole world, we're taught, no, you have to be slow and graceful. And it's like this ballet aesthetic, you know what I'm saying, that comes into it. Black girls, and it probably is because of the booty, because this shit is hard to be lifting your hips up, you know, inverting all, like that shit's hard when you have an ass. So black girls, to me, they have a different aesthetic and a different way that they attack the pole. And I learned that when I teach black women, I can't teach them with like baby steps, because black women are above that. Like, when I say above that, I just mean that we just learn, the way we learn things is different. Our mind-body connection is a little bit different. Even when we ain't got on point, we're a little bit more on point than some white people. So it's not that white people can't be great dancers, because I know some white people who are amazing dancers. I know white people who could dance way better than black people, but they spend a lot of time getting there. You know, where you got black people who sometimes ain't done shit, they just jump in there and start doing it, right? And so with dance, when it comes to that, this post that I saw, I'm like, just going back to the post and dance and consistency, and just the same lesson you learn with dance is with your body, period. Consistency is key. There's no secret fucking diet or secret little workout. And no, consistency. You have to keep using your shit. If you don't keep using it, you lose it. Okay? It's that simple. If you don't use it, you lose it. That simple. I keep trying to tell people that, right? And so people who go to a class and you're not amazing today, you can't let that just be like, oh, I don't want to come back because I felt it. And I know black people like that who go into, especially with Afro-Caribbean dance classes, because believe it or not, it's mostly white people in those classes in New York and the Bay Area. The majority of people who are in a Haitian dance class, who are in an Afro-Cuban dance class, are not black. And I don't mind other people studying our stuff, but it becomes a problem when no black people go to that shit and it's all white people. And then you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is they're going to start teaching us our dances. And then we are going to have to go to white people to learn Afro-Brazilian stuff. We're going to, well, that's not going to happen with Brazil because Brazilians are still dancing. But we're going to go to white people to learn this shit. I mean, I'm from Harlem. Lindy Hop, which is an Afro-American dance form, which a lot of people know as swing. The only people you see doing it now is white people. If you Google it, it's just white people. And they do not do it the way black people did it. If you even look at the photographs of black Lindy Hoppers back in the day, the acrobatic shit they were doing, white people weren't doing that, okay? They weren't. And so it becomes watered down when white people get into it. They don't have that essence. So what I'm trying to say is, this post that I saw that to me was kind of babying people about like, oh, you go into an all levels dance class and you're struggling. Is it really all levels? And you got to break it down even more. No, sometimes you got to accept the fact that your ass can't get it today. Just keep trying. Just keep fucking trying. Don't harp on the fact that, oh, I can't get it and woe is me. Nobody has time for that shit. Keep fucking trying. Toughen up, okay? This is like the sports side of me, the dance side of me. Toughen up, suck it up, put your mind into it, get your head in the game, keep trying. And with dance, it is the journey. You're not It's not like you're in a time limit that you need to be excellent by next week because you're going to go on Broadway. No. The purpose is that the more you try, the more that you work in your mind-body connection, the more that it's easier for you to embody these rhythms, the more you become aware of your surroundings. And if you're in an all-levels class, yes, it's going to feel at times, especially depending on how you are, because some people really don't have the brain to follow choreography, to memorize choreography. Dancers who've been dancing forever, you know, we can pick that up easier because we've been doing it for so long. So if I go into a dance class, I might pick up something, and it depends on how the teacher teaches, but I might pick it up a lot easier. But and then someone's looking at me like, oh, she gets it, and they feel bad. Don't feel bad, because I've been dancing since I was 5 years old. You know, you may not have been. Like I might have been studying this dance form for 13 years. You've been doing it for 3 months. So you can't expect that you're just going to be perfect and amazing. You have to put the work in. When you see gymnasts who are excellent, they didn't learn how to do that in a month. That's years and years and years and years and years and years of training. So now you go take a handstand class and you're struggling today and you're going to feel bad, you're going to give up because of that. That's some babyish shit, you know. You have to, and that's the thing about the fitness industry that drives me crazy, is that it sells that to people. One of the biggest lies. It sells to people that you can get these instant rewards, instant amazing results. You know, maybe a small percentage of the population could do that, but no, consistency is key. So I think I said what I needed to say. I know I've been talking for a while, and I can talk for a while about these topics. If anybody, let me see. What do you suggest for students if the class is more advanced? Okay, so, let me just say that with dance classes, especially with Afro-diasporic dance classes, I've never seen any levels. Like, it's never called beginning or advanced or intermediate. They don't do that. Whether you're taking an African dance class or whatever, there's none of that. It's not like ballet and tap where there's like beginning and like intermediate. No. So, and some teachers really suck at teaching. So if anybody ever wants recommendations for good teachers, like I can give you some recommendations for good teachers in the cities that I know, right? Because other teachers I don't think are that good. But like if you're in a class, an open level class, and it's a good teacher, and it's hard to you, and you might feel like it's advanced, but I've never seen a dance class called advanced. And if you know you're not advanced, don't go into a dance class that says that it's advanced. But if it's an all levels class and it feels too advanced for you, you just keep trying. That's what I'm trying to say. And the thing is about the Afro, you get what you can. Like even when there's older people, like the teacher could have a move. And this is what I love about my Haitian dance teacher. He doesn't, just because you're old or something doesn't mean he just lets you slide. He still will push you. Like he knows that you can't do what, but he's still going to try to make you do as much as you can. Now let's say there's a movement where people are doing this, right? Or that, right? Or I can't dance in here because I can't jump. I got on something. But let's say this movement, right? This is just a general movement. But the person is old and they can't lift their leg up like that. So the most they can do is this, right? And they're doing the best they can right now. But not trying to be half-assed. Because some people be doing, that's the other thing. Some people be doing, like the movement could be, let me slip. Okay, so the movement could be here, right? Like that. And somebody is in the class and they're like, and they're hardly putting any effort into it. I hate when I see that. I'm like, that's not what we're doing. Put some oomph into the shit. Unless you're crippled or old or something and you just can't do it, and that's the best you could do. If that's really the best you could do, that's the best you could do. But I can tell, and any good dance teacher can tell when that's the best somebody can do and when you're just being mentally lazy. So, no matter if it feels advanced to you, you do the best that you can. You stay mentally connected. Keep watching the teacher. That's another thing that sometimes the worst dancers do. The worst people who are in dance, the people who need to be looking at the teacher the most are not looking at the teacher. The teacher could be doing a movement, the teacher could be going like this. Let's say a teacher is going like that, right? And there's somebody in class who's just feeling it. And they're just like, and it's like, that's not what the teacher's doing. But if you look at the teacher, you have to keep looking at the teacher and see, am I doing what the teacher is doing? The teacher is not doing this. There's a difference between this and that, right? And you'll see people who get in dance class, they get all hyped up and excited and shit. They be in their own world, wrong as fuck. And I'm like, keep your eye on the teacher. Keep your eye on the people in class who are really good. Keep your eyes on them. Don't ever feel like, I feel it so much, I'm just going to let it all go and not pay attention. Just be able, no. Constantly keep looking. Am I doing, is this what the person in front of me is doing? You know, you have to stay conscious. And that's why dancing really helps with body consciousness, far and beyond anything. And I hate when I try to get people to come to dance class and they tell me, oh, I can't dance. This is not the fucking point, okay? How are you ever going to learn? How are you ever going to attempt to learn? Or just get the benefits of dance that's totally independent of whether or not you're good. Whether or not you're good at the shit is totally independent of the benefits that you will get. Because even if you're not the best, even if you're struggling, it's still going to help strengthen your mind-body connection. It's still going to do that. It's still going to strengthen your awareness. And when you take dance classes that are, I can say with Afro-diasporic stuff, any African, Afro-Caribbean, Afro-South American, all of that stuff, people are not, even tour classes, like, people are not judgmental of you in that way. People don't make fun of you in that way. Maybe in their head, they might be like, what the fuck is she doing? But nobody shows that. That's just not a part of Black dance culture in classes. Like, if you go to ballet or something, yeah, people will be like that with you. You go into the modern world, but it's not like that in these classes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what white people are so comfortable a lot of times, because a lot of times they jump in the middle in the drums and they'll be like so discombobulated and they love it. And nobody laughs at them. Nobody makes them feel like, what the hell is she doing? But because of me, because I'm self-conscious and because I am a dancer and because I respect culture so much, I don't want to be the one that looks like that. So that's why I don't get in the middle, because I'm like, I don't want to look crazy. Even though I probably don't look crazy. And people always tell me I don't, but I just don't want to. So I don't want to be that person. But I'm just saying the culture in general. Like, I'm saying I don't want to be that person. I'm telling you not to be nervous. But like, really, truly, you know, people are not like that. People know that the shit is hard. If you come to a Haitian dance class and you're struggling, or Congolese, people expect you to struggle, okay? This shit's not easy at all, okay? And so, and everybody that you see that's so amazing. Like, when I first started taking Congolese, a teacher I studied with in New York, Fuchsia Dance, she pointed out that most people can only wind their hips one direction. Most people can't wind both ways. To do Congolese dance, you got to be able to do it both ways. And I had to work on that. Now I can do it like that, no problem. Right, left, left, right, right. No problem. But it feels different and it looks different. And it has effects on your mind, body, your energy when you wind to the right as versus to the left. You know, it's just different. And it helps with your control. So, you know, there's a lot of benefits to dance. And I'm not talking about going out and going dancing. There's benefits to that too. I'm talking about dance class. You know, so if you are in a class and you feel like it's too advanced for you, just keep trying, keep focusing, because it's good. Everything's gonna feel advanced to you if you're not really a dancer, or if it's not a style that's yours. Like, I mean, I resonate with Congo-based dances. If I were to go into a Senegalese dance class, Sabar, that doesn't resonate with me. I would be struggling. I think I'd be frustrated, but it's also not my things. I like things to speak to my hips. West African, I don't do that. So the djembe and the junjun, all that West African, blah, 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 not my thing at all. I don't even resonate with that, you know? So, but if I went into that class, I would be struggling. And if I had to go to one of those classes, I would just keep trying, even if I was struggling, you know? And you have to put your pride aside. You got to put your pride aside, not be worried about feeling embarrassed or people looking at me, and just do your motherfucking best. So I hope I made my points clear. And I think a lot of people, they're intimidated. They are intimidated by dance classes. They expect it to be easy. Just understand it's not going to be easy. And just understand that if you're struggling, keep coming back. And the more that you keep coming back, the more that it will become easier, just like with anything. You just have to keep trying. And your mind needs to be there, okay? Because the benefits way outweigh the cons. So before I bore you guys to death, I'm gonna let this go. And make sure you follow me on YouTube and Instagram. And make sure you check out my other YouTube and Instagram page, The Body Scientist 81, on YouTube. And on Instagram, the _body_scientist. Make sure you follow both, okay? Have a good day. If you learned something, share this video. And subscribe. Bye-bye. Okay, stupid Instagram.